Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I have a super quick and easy dessert recipe that's going to be perfect for Valentine's Day. I'll be making my strawberries and cream heart-shaped puff pastries. These little pastries come together in no time. They look so cute. I love them for Valentine's Day, for Mother's Day, or really any time of the year you want a really delicious treat. We'll start by making a creamy cream cheese filling, and we'll be using store-bought puff pastry sheets. Cut those into hearts and then add that cream cheese filling on the inside with a little bit of strawberry preserves and get the pastries baking in the oven. They come together in no time. You guys are going to love the flavor combination here. That buttery, crispy puff pastry with the sweet strawberries, that creamy cream cheese. These are just amazing. For the full list of ingredients and the written instructions, don't forget to head on down into that video description box and over to my website. I also have my recipes with metric measurements online. Meanwhile, let's get started on this recipe. Let's get started on that creamy cream cheese filling. We'll need 12 ounces or 1.5 packages of softened cream cheese. And I usually just let mine sit at room temperature for about an hour. Drop that into a mixing bowl. And I'll use my mixer to beat the cream cheese for a couple minutes until it's nice and smooth. Next, add in about a teaspoon either vanilla extract or vanilla bean paste. I love this paste and I'll include a link up on my website. It's just so delicious and it makes this filling extra special. Half a cup of confectioner's sugar. I also like to pour in just a few tablespoons of heavy cream and give this all a mix again. I also like to add just a little pinch of salt. It helps balance out the sweetness. I love the texture and the flavor of this filling. It reminds me kind of like a cream cheese frosting, but not as sweet. I'm going to transfer it into a disposable pastry bag. You can also use a Ziploc bag and then just cut off the tip. I have my filling all done. I'm going to set it aside for now and we can get started on the puff pastry sheets. At this time, I'm also preheating my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. You want it to be nice and hot before the pastries go into the oven. For today's recipe, we're going to need 2 sheets of frozen puff pastry. You want to make sure that you thaw this in the refrigerator overnight, or you could take it out and let it thaw at room temperature for about an hour or 2. And I love this brand. I get it at Whole Foods. It's a Dufour French puff pastry. It's super buttery and flaky and it really rises in the oven when it's baking. I'm going to unwrap my first sheet of dough. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of flour on my work surface, not too much, just enough to keep the pastry from sticking. I like to very gently flatten the puff pastry, get rid of the seams if there are any. And I purchased this set of heart-shaped cookie cutters on Amazon. I'm going to leave an affiliate link down below, but you get lots of different heart shapes here. And to make the pastries, we're going to need 2 different sized heart cookie cutters. So we're going to need one larger and then a smaller one that's going to fit. And so you want about 2 sizes smaller. And we'll start with the large cookie cutters. Next, we'll take our cookie cutter that's about 2 sizes down, and these are going to be the borders. So we want to do it on half of the pastries. I've lined my baking sheet with parchment paper. We'll transfer the large heart-shaped pastries directly onto the sheets. And then grab your egg wash, and for this I just beat 1 large egg. And then add the egg wash around the edges. This will help the next layer kind of glue into place. And then instead of wasting the center pieces, I just cut out extra hearts. We're gonna make small little heart pastries. I'll just repeat the process, punch out smaller hearts from the center. And then we'll take that cream cheese filling that we prepared earlier. I'm going to pipe it into the center of these heart-shaped pastries. And then for adding that strawberry flavor, I'm going to be using strawberry preserves today. This recipe is going to work with just about any type of fruity preserve. You can also make this with raspberries, blueberries, blackberry jam. I'm going to transfer it into a little Ziploc bag just to make it super easy to pipe that jam right over our cream cheese filling. Next, we'll brush the edges of the puff pastry with a little bit of egg wash. And then if you wanted to, you can add more little heart shapes around the edges. And I just use a really small heart-shaped punch to cut out from the scraps. These heart-shaped pastries are ready for the oven, and they're going to bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 18 to 20 minutes or until they have a nice golden brown color in the top, and then take them out of the oven, let them chill on the baking sheet for about 10 minutes, and then dig in to enjoy. I just took out my second batch of puff pastries out of the oven, and as they bake, they're gonna really fluff up and maybe some of the filling's gonna kind of ooze out the sides. When you just take them out of the oven, it's the perfect time to kind of readjust them if they've gotten out of shape. So just take a knife and just kind of shape them back up to make them look nice and pretty, and then let them cool down. These turned out so pretty. How gorgeous is that? So for the full list of ingredients and the written instructions, don't forget to head on down into that video description box and follow the link over to my website. You can get all the ingredients online. Meanwhile, let's dig in and enjoy. I'm gonna grab one of these little small ones. They look so cute. I could totally imagine this on Valentine's Day. These little pastries are phenomenal. You guys are going to love them from the very first bite. That puff pastry dough is extra buttery, flaky, crispy on the outside, and then you have that gooey cream cheese filling with a little bit of the strawberry preserves. The combination is simply divine. You guys are gonna love the flavors here. If you need a quick and easy dessert recipe for Valentine's Day, this one is it. It requires very few ingredients, super quick and easy to put together, and so delicious. I know you guys are going to love this recipe. Thank you guys so much for watching my latest video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a big thumbs up and a comment down below. I always love to hear from you guys, and I'll see you next time with a new recipe.